Because burnout teachers don't need motivation. We don't need motivation. We got the motivation. We need recovery time. Relax. I stopped feeling guilty for choosing rest over performance. And that led me to be even better at my job, because then I had the energy and the clear mind to get what I had to get done. Beauties, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm still so amped and excited about 2026 starting. There's so many things on my list, which I'm gonna go over in my next video, my goals for this year. But I wanted to talk to you guys about teacher burnout, straight up. If you're a teacher, like down below. If you're a teacher, comment down below with this video. If you know a teacher, even if you don't know a teacher, I know since I started my channel, I was making videos at first about being a teacher and how being a teacher, balancing mom life, has been affecting my life and the things that I love about it, the things I don't really like about it. So I was like, let me come on and touch in on that, because teacher burnout is real and I have been experiencing it for years now. But I've come up with ways that has helped me. And I speak to a lot of teachers at work. Some people do DM me and ask me, how is it that I am able to keep my head pretty much sane? And I'm going to touch in on this video about a few things that I make sure that I do in order to make sure that I'm not burning myself out within teaching. So if you're a teacher too, if you know a teacher, if you hear about what's going on with teaching and how people are just quitting, it's a lot, right? It's a lot that's going on. But there's a way to protect your energy and be able to still love this profession and do what you have to do within this profession. So if that is going to resonate with you, please continue watching. Teacher burnout is real. And I don't mean just go take a nap tired. I mean mentally overstimulated tired and carrying everyone else's needs tired. That type of tired. So sometimes we feel like burnout means like we're just quitting, and that's what it looks like. But that's not all it looks like. When you're always irritable, when you're feeling numb and you're not feeling fulfilled, you're dreading Monday on a Sunday afternoon, like you're getting that anxiety, that anxious feeling about Monday starting. When you're feeling overstimulated by noise, your emails are coming in, people are asking you questions, or having nothing left when you get home for your own family. And the hard part about it is that teaching in this profession, and I'm guilty of it, rewards overextending yourself. Teacher who stays late every day. The teacher who does just one more thing all of the time. And the teacher who says yes even when they're exhausted. But the thing that we need to realize is that burnout happens when that becomes our identity, when we are doing these things all of the time, and then rest feels like guilt. That's when burnout happens. It cannot be your overall identity. It cannot be that is who you are. Oh, that's Miss Caraballo. She's definitely going to do it. Oh, that's Miss Caraballo. Even though she's tired, she's going to say yes to this and say yes to that because she wants to be there. No. I used to be that person, and I cannot be it anymore because I have to give myself to my kids. I have to give myself to myself, right? I have to provide time and mental space for other things besides other people's kids and besides someone else's purpose. So I've had to shift my mindset that I'm a professional. I'm not a martyr. And although I care about other people's kids. I care about the kids I work with. I care about the teachers I work with. I care about my principal. I care about the assistant principals. I care about the overall health of the school I'm in, because that is just who I am from the inside. I'm an empath. I care about other people, and I care about the purpose of a community. I care about what these kids are going to be when they get older. I care about the mothers. I care about the families. But I am not going to put it in my mind that I'm going to put myself on a sacrificial plate for anybody else before myself. Not doing it. So you can care deeply without sacrificing yourself. And the way you do that is by blocking out time or blocking out days. I'm in a school where a lot of events happen all of the time, and it's a lot of opportunities for you to connect with many families. So what do? I look at the calendar and I say, which months or which events am I going to lend myself to? So therefore I could be there in a full capacity. I cannot do and be in everything. And I'm not going to do and be in everything. So I will block out those times. So therefore I give my full self. I'm not going to not do anything because that's who I am, right? And a lot of us, we become teachers because that's who we are. We want to be and connect with the students and be and connect with other teachers and be and connect with parents. But we have to be strategic. There goes that word, strategic, about how long, how many times we're doing it. So therefore we do not overextend ourselves and end up sick, because that is what happens. I stopped attaching my worth to how much I'm able to endure. I stopped doing that in relationships, and so I stopped doing that within work as well. I stopped believing that extending myself means that I was doing a good job. No, I'm going to pick the things that I want to do, and I'm going to do those to the best of my ability for the kids, for the parents, for my administration, for the teachers. I'm not going to do everything. Protecting my energy meant not identifying myself to the work. I had to detach my identity from the burnout of teaching. We need to practice clear start and stop times. A lot of times I realize people feel burnt out because they're not scheduling themselves. Being an amazing teacher, being an amazing business person also means learning how to plan things out and stick to those plans. Some teachers look at other teachers and say, well, I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she's able to do this and do that. I had a teacher come up to me last summer and say, you're a single mom with 2 kids. You're doing a lot at work. I don't know how you do it. I don't know where you find the time. Well, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. Why I'm able to get a lot of things done is really because I go back to purpose and goal. There's a lot of goals that I have that a lot of people are not aware of, and you're not going to be aware of because they're personal. So I align what I do to my personal goals. I say yes to things really and truly to my personal goals. Some of them I will explain on this channel. Some of them I've already explained. So I do certain things because of that. But that then lends itself to what I do during the week and my plans during the week. For instance, I know I want to complete a certain task. I'm going to say to myself, what can I literally get done at work and what has to be done at home? I am going to get those things done at work, okay? And then the things that I could get done at home, I'm listing them to do at home. I'm a person that cannot plan lessons with a lot of noise. I cannot plan lessons, or I'm going to go into a class and model a lesson for a teacher. I cannot do that with a lot of distraction. So I'm going to say I'm going to do that at home. There may be other tasks that I can do at work. I would do those tasks at work. So I'm an RTI teacher this is my 2nd year. I'm not in the classroom. So my day kind of looks very different and my tasks are different than a classroom teacher. Yet and still, I have a lot that I have to get done and that I'm responsible for. And I get it done. And I get it done because I make sure I stick to my schedule. No one is going to shift what I have to get done. Not a friend, not a sister, not a boss, not a colleague, not my kids. And I say that not to be mean to anybody around me, but in order for me to be able to not feel burnout, I have to stick to what I have to stick to. So if at times when there's messages happening, text messages with friends or colleagues, or my sister sending me certain things, and she's like, well, you didn't open it yet. Well, I'm not opening it right now because I'm doing this right now. I am very strict on me completing what I have to complete in the window I'm completing it. That is why I don't feel a lot of burnout. And some people cannot do that. Some people get easily distracted and have to answer and attach themselves to everything when the wind blows. I do not do that. I cannot do that. Another thing is making people respect my time. I used to be a person and say, okay, what's your question? Just come and ask me the question whenever you want. No, that's not happening. You have this window that you're going to ask me the question. I do not abide by your time. You have to abide by my time if you want a question from me or if you want to answer from me, because I have things I have to stick to. That's it. And you have to be that way. When I was in the classroom, my prep time, I am prepping what I have to do. I'm not sitting down lounging because I know when I go home, I have to give my attention to my kids. So I'm prepping and using that time wisely. At lunch, unfortunately, it is what it is. I'm either eating and making phone calls for the doctors, make sure I'm scheduling what I have to schedule. So again, when I get home, I can do what I have to do at home, or I'm eating lunch and I'm working. So therefore I can do the other things on my list to get done at home. I can't sit around and just talking BS all day, because then I won't be able to stick to the schedule and therefore I will experience burnout. Besides the RTI that I do during the day, I'm also on the instructional leadership team, and I'm also the program lead for an after-school program named Springboard, which is amazing. So I am at work until about 4:30 from Monday to Thursday. So guess what I do on a Friday? I'm leaving at 2:20 on a Friday because I give myself Monday to Thursday. You're not getting me to stay on late on a Friday. And I'm saying actually myself, right? I'm not going to do that to myself. The latest I'll leave is 2:45. Right? I want to make sure I organize myself for what I need to do and take home for the weekend to get done, but I'm not staying late. That is the day I'm leaving. I'm going to go pick up my son from school so that therefore the teacher and he can see that I'm there and I'm present. Practice, not trying to solve everything for everyone. I am also the U of T rep at my school, okay? And I cannot solve every problem. I may say to myself, okay, I'm going to guide you to how to solve it for yourself. I am not going to take on every problem, right? I'll hear you out and I'm going to give you a short response of how you can solve this problem. I'm not taking on your problem, okay? For a colleague, as far as work, you need help with something, we'll schedule a time to get it done. After that, if you do not take my invitation to get something done within a certain window, that is going to end up being your problem, because I cannot work when you want to work all of the time. We create a meeting point and that will be that. Just as anything in life, if you need something from somebody, right? You need to go to the mechanic and ask them a question. You think they're going to work on your time or you have to work on their time? I believe when I make appointments to the doctor, right, and I have questions to ask, you have to ask them questions on their time. It is like that all over. And therefore, we need to understand that we need to set our boundaries. Parents as well, when you are talking to parents, you let them know your office time windows when they're able to ask you questions. Now, I was a person in the classroom that gave my parents up until maybe I would say 3 days a week. You have up until 7 o'clock to message me on Class Dojo. Why? Because I was also understanding that some parents work late. So I will leave it open at certain times. You do whatever you please. But I'm just telling you what I did. And therefore, again, I stuck to a structured time. It's not unkind, it's just something that could be sustainable. And you cannot solve everything, but whatever I can solve, these are the times I could try to work on it with you. I support, I guide, but I do not carry what is not mine. I protect my nervous system, and I'm getting better at it. 2025, I was learning how to do it. Now in 2026, I've got it down pat. And that is family, relationship, with friends, with a significant other, and at work. I am literally feeling how my nervous system is, and I will detach myself if I have to. So to you teachers out there, if something is not feeling right to your body, to your nervous system, you need to address it. There are some teachers who have issues with other teachers on a grade, and they just let things go. And therefore, when you're around these people, you have this tense feeling. You don't know what to do. You get anxious. And therefore, you can't perform well. You need to learn how to address things like big boys and girls. If you're in an ICT classroom and something is not going well, figure out how you can address it in a smart way, right? You have to figure out how to address things so that therefore it's not affecting your body and your mental. Not trying to be rude to someone else, but you have to learn how to communicate and not take on most of the work, right? Because then you're going to then get hives. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be overwhelmed. And then you're going to have another teacher in the classroom just walking around thinking that they're just a glorified, assistant in the classroom, just sitting there making big bucks, just walking around because you do not know how to set boundaries. Teaching is overstimulated, right? So start your day with quiet mornings when possible. I drive into work with a podcast. I listen to my podcast. It's either Robert Greene, Mel Robbins, somebody of that sort, or Jefferson, whose book I love. That's how I start my mornings. Start your mornings in a calm way, in something that you like, that soothes you. Listen to a book. Sometimes silence is good enough. Certain types of music. Deep breathing before responding, and sitting still when I get home. These things help me with my nervous system. I am telling you, as soon as I get home, I go on my couch and I take about 10-15 minutes to just sit there before I do anything. That is built into my schedule. I do it so that I protect my nervous system. I don't just jump into the next responsibility without decompressing first. Because if you don't regulate yourself, you carry the classroom home. You carry your work home. Regulate. Rest without guilt. You have to learn how to rest without guilt. Whether it is that you are going to lay in bed looking at the ceiling, go to bed early, stay in instead of going out, sometimes just not being productive. You don't need to be productive all the time. Relax. I stopped feeling guilty for choosing rest over performance. And that led me to be even better at my job, because then I had the energy and the clear mind to get what I had to get done. Because burnout teachers don't need motivation. We don't need motivation. We got the motivation. We need recovery time. Relax. And for many of us, when we get home, we have to shift our roles. We have to shift our roles. I'm no longer teacher me. I am mom. I am daughter. I am sister. I changed my clothes. My environment is changing. My mindset is going to change. And I try. And you try not to relive the school day in your head. I try my best. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, at nighttime my mind is going. But what I do is I put on a podcast, I read my Quran, or I read another book to let my mind rest. Because if I don't do that, then my mind is going to keep going, thinking about the task. And that is going to aid in you burning out mentally. Practice community. I don't understand how teachers don't lean on each other. I am so big on community with my colleagues. If there's a task that has to get done, lean on each other for the task to be done. If there's something new that's being implemented, talk to one another. Do not try to take on everything by yourself. This is a no-brainer. We teach the students that teamwork is important. It's not just because you just want to collaborate and just be a great person. No, it's also that everything doesn't fall on one person. You have to lean on your colleagues. I talk to other teachers when there's something that I want to get done. I lean on other minds. Okay? I don't think I know everything. I'm not the expert and end all be all to everything. I'm going to talk to other people about what they think about this, what they think about that, in order to come to certain conclusions. So I'm not sitting here wrecking my brain. I talk to other moms and people who understand. When you do this, you are able to get things done at a timely manner because you have other insights on different things. If you have a task that you have to do, a new lesson that you have to do, and you're sitting here wrecking your brain about something, why are you wrecking your brain by yourself? Let somebody else help you wreck the brains. Let's all wreck our brains together. Therefore, it evens out. It evens out a bit. I'm serious. Community helps. Isolation makes burnout worse. Community actually reminds you that you're not failing, that you're human. We all feel the same way at certain times. And that community that you build, we help each other. We vent. We say, this is stress. This is BS. I don't like this. Why is this changing? And then we go, all right, how are we going to solve it? What are we going to do? How are we going to get to the next part? Lean on each other. All in all, give yourself permission to protect yourself. Again, this is not just about teaching. It goes into all aspects of your life. If you're a teacher and you're watching this, or if you know a teacher, I want you to listen to me carefully. You are not weak for needing boundaries. You're not failing because you want to protect your energy. And you're not selfish for wanting peace. Teaching is important work, but so are you, okay? If this video resonated with you, please like, comment, and share to someone who you know can also benefit from what I shared in this video. I'm also going to start making some more videos on teaching and ways that it can help a lot of us. It really is a profession that you don't understand unless you're in it. And what better way I can also lend my help than to help other moms in what they can do to even perfect, even do better at the job. What can they do to feel like they're more on top of their profession and organizing, planning, things of that nature. I can lend my help in those areas. So if that's something that you would like to know and you would like information on, please leave a comment down below. You can also DM me at I am Miss Trini. You can email me as well. My email will be in the description box and I will be happy to answer your questions. So until the next video, I'll see you. Bye.